Wow. Hey, everybody. Happy New Year to all the Anons out there. How is everybody doing tonight? Welcome to Out of the Matrix with In the Matrix. How are you guys doing today? You guys know me maybe from Twitter, at inthematrix.com. So very happy to see you all here. I see some really awesome Patriots here. We got some great mods out here. Be really good to them. I like how Shady says that. You know, you're in our home, you're in our living room. Thank you very much for joining. We are here to say Happy New Year to you. It's been kind of a slow news week, but there's a lot of stuff going on. And I just kind of wanted to say hello to you guys. And this is my first show, so be easy on me as I try to figure out my groove. Like trying to make sure that I can be just as good as some of my idols. In fact, I think I have one of my idols here. One of them obviously is Jordan Say, their praying medic. I mean, there's so many good people out there. Corticon. I have one of my idols right here, right now. I want to introduce you to Shady Groove. Thank you very much, Shady, for being here.
Matrix, how did you get me on the other end of this microphone, man?
I think it's time for you to be interviewed because, I really appreciate knowing you and being with you and working with you for the past 6 some odd months. It feels like years. We have a lot of great things in store for some projects that we're in on, and I wanted to just bring you on today and just announce that, hey, it's going to be Matrix Groove here, man. We are going to be together. We got a lot of cool things lined up. Shady, what do you say about that?
Man, I'm going to second that. We got over 600 people in here with us tonight, and it's been the amount of support that I've gotten from all the people out there about our collaboration has been amazing, off the charts, really. I definitely am humbled by the idea that people are coming to our message and are hearing what we're actually saying. They're actually understanding what we say. It's not like just talking to a wall. And it's a great time, a great new year to be involved in this with you. It's been an amazing journey through all of this, but especially getting to know you and having so much fun back and forth on the lounge that we've done, and also catching so much heat because we're bringing some real stuff, and people are really thirsty for it.
Right on. Guys, please bear with us as we are having a little bit of an echo from Shady. Shady at Shady Groove with 3 O's on Twitter. Shady, we're trying to bring your volume up. We're having a little bit of a kink here, so please, please bear with us. I don't know if we want to continue. Hey, mods out there, how does Shady sound? If you want to give us a quick test, Shady.
Hey, how about now? Has that changed anything?
Does that change anything? 5x5 here. Somebody says, Jay Vega, good evening. Hey, Jay Vega, thank you for being here. Be nice to the mods. They're going to, Spud forever. I got to say a special hello to Spud. Spud, you're here all the time. Even where I go, people are saying, no, Shady, that we don't hear you. So, you know what? I don't know how to fix that yet. We will work through some of our kinks, but I want to really just kind of let you guys know that we'll work through that. A little low but good. So I don't know, A2K from L9, he says a little low but good. So we're gonna just muster through it, guys. We're gonna try to work through this, Shady, and I'm gonna basically be a little bold tonight. And the reason why I'm gonna be a little bold tonight is that there's been some misconceptions on some things, Shady, and I kind of want to take some people through. This has been quite a journey. I have spent many hours, as a lot of people here know, that I've been doing Q posts since February or earlier. I was an Anon. I was working with the Chan boards. They needed to build an army of Twitter people. Well, obviously, we don't call them Twitter. I think people knows what we call it out there. But they needed somebody to go out there, and I said, I'll do it. And I figured out how to make threads, and I've been consistently doing Q threads every day since February or earlier, man, and it's gained steam, and part of that is being consistent. And with that, I've met a lot of great people along the way. I've given up many thousands of hours researching and trying to bring you guys the best sauce from the Anon boards, from the research boards. Obviously, I've learned to decode in a big way with all of you here, and I want to just really quickly tell you that In the Matrix is a great brand, right? I'm not In the Matrix. In the Matrix is you. In the Matrix is everybody here in this chat right now. I wanted to make the In the Matrix channel easy to see. I wanted to bring the brilliant threads from the Anons out to us to show you guys, what the Anons are working on and what we're doing. And, then the Discord stuff came in, and, I spent thousands of hours, Shady. Shady, let me, what do you think so far about what I'm saying here?
Well, I'm not sure if everybody's hearing me. We had trying to come through your mic there. If I'm echoing, I don't want to talk too much, but I want to know that I want everyone out there to know, what a humbling experience this has been for me, just working with you in general.
Thank you, man. And, I wanted to have you on and interview you, but we've got a lot of cool things coming up. But, let's get into it, man. I've been praying on doing this thread for a long time. I think that we've gotten some really overwhelming response to actually going further and bringing more powerful information to you, by you, and for you, we the people, okay? We are wanting to, basically I'm going to start with this thread right here, and essentially this is my thread right here. This will be my thread on how we need to get out of the Matrix. This show is called Out of the Matrix Within the Matrix, right? That's a kind of cool play. My 16-year-old daughter, actually made it up, and I went with it. She said, "Why don't you call it Out of the Matrix Within the Matrix?" And I'm like, boom. My 16-year-old daughter, God bless her, I love her to death. In fact, getting a little tear right now just thinking about it. And I'm missing my my other part of my family, my other two kind of kiddos that I really adore, and my girlfriend. So, hopefully they're listening. I really hope they are. But this is my thread. There's been a lot of resistance, and there will be, and there is a lot of resistance to exit this echo chamber that we've been in. The echo chamber, what I mean by that is, Shady has been doing the Q Lounge Live, and it's been growing. It's been growing in big ways. Again, I'm totally addicted to that show, and Shady brings some amazing sources, some amazing guests too, if I might say so myself. And also, what I love about Shady is how he motivates me to keep going. When we feel like, oh, boom, you listen to Shady, he gets you, going back up, getting back into the swing of things. Like, you're going to want to go ahead and do more Q. Let's do some research. Let's dig some crumbs. And what I've noticed about a lot of the YouTube users too out there, like iPot, I love iPot. Thank you very much. Praying Medic, Jordan Sather, Neon Revolt, who's on Gab as well, Corticon, Shady Groove. I mean, the list goes on. We've got so many great patriots out there, and a lot of them are giving up their time and effort and basically being selfless, because our families are missing us when we're in here talking to you guys and digging. But for me, it's for my kids, their kids, kids, and your kids. It's for us. This is for us. So this is my thread, and basically I picked this. This right here, it's called, it's from a Q post. It's called Define Echo Chamber, a metaphorical description of a situation in which beliefs are amplified or reinforced by communication and repetition inside a closed system prior to new platforms, networks in Killbox, connecting people. Okay? And we've been in this little Twitmo, in this little jail together, passing notes within the prison confines, and it's time to break out. And I want to give a big shout out to War Drummer. War Drummer had me on. We did the Paysur thread that we've done back in August on the Q Lounge Live, and got 250,000 views. That actually helped us get out to more people, to the normies, if you will, right? These are the people that we want to reach. I don't need to convince the Chan guys. They all know, the Chan people know everything already. They know it. We're all digging together. I'm still digging on the Chans. We're still working together. We've got a lot. So what I want to do, and what I've been doing, is looking at old crumbs, rereading crumbs as Q has been instructing us. And nobody's really painting a picture, as Q says. News unlocks the map. Paint the picture. The picture has not been painted. And I feel with the Paysur thread and the Trust the Plan thread, I think we've been painting quite a picture with the news and the map, and showing who actually owns us, who's basically in control of all of us. So this is my thread, and this is, I wanted to hit on some of, why there's a lot of resistance, even to people that we think we know, even to people that we think we love. Yes, shout out to Code Monkey, shout out to 8-Bit, shout out to the board volunteers, everybody on the Chan boards. Hat tip to you. You'll be shaking the president's hand one day. There's no doubt about it. And I want to try to hit on some of the reasons why things are happening in the way that they are. First, let's take a look at what the Patriots really were that tried to hijack and usurp the Q movement. If you ask yourself a logical question, a simple logical question, why are a majority of Q attacks by pro-MAGA supporters? We got the Ginger McQueens, we got the Pasobics, we got the, who else is there, Shady? Alex Jones, right? All those guys. So
Jerome Corsi.
Yeah, Jerome Corsi, exactly, right? We've been attacked by these people over and over and over, right? So I'm even blocked by Pasobic. I love it. So Q says, ask yourself a simple logical question. Why are the majority of Q attacks by pro-MAGA supporters coming from AJ, Moss-backed, and or AJ known associates? MOS is Mossad-backed, okay? This is high level. This is no joke, guys. Oh, yes, and shout out to Serial Brain, too, man. I got to get everybody, and I'm not going to get everybody because there's so many good citizen journalists out there. I'm so happy to be part of this movement. Now, why are we a threat to them? Why not simply publish an original picture, 1, 2, 3 seconds to establish credibility? Why wasn't this done in the past? Why this new type of attack was coming? Predictable fake news attacks will only intensify. So that's, I'm just trying to show you guys what's happening right now in our movement right here today. People that we talk to on a daily, right? We got Q1343. The part that I wanted to kind of obviously focus on is they attempted to infiltrate, repackage, and rebrand as their own, as a profit vehicle. Destroy through misinformation. We don't trust Sessions. We gotta. Frank, we don't trust Sessions. Get a petition on the White House site to fire Sessions. That's what they did, man.
Right, over and over and over and over.
Right, and then the Patriot Soapbox. There are some great people on that Patriot Soapbox. They were fooled. I really, my heart extends out to them. They were infiltrated by that Corsi and Mossad, guys. This is no joke. All right, they wanted to reroute traffic to other platforms. InfoWars, he knew Zach was his Q guy. He said he knew Q, right? To prevent false decodes and misinformation, they killed that infection for expansion. So they took care of that. We took care of that as Anons. We outed them.
Yeah, that's right. All of us pointing it out immediately as he comes, saying, I know Q personally, right off the bat. And we all knew, and then he was specifically called out.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know Q. You don't know Q. Nobody knows. We don't know Q. We have some ideas of who Q might be, but hey, look, we're not here to dox Q. That's not what our job is. Our job is to take the drops that we're getting and make sense out of them and explain them, because we're the calm before, during, and after the storm, right? This is what we're here for. And we're not here to call anybody shills. There are out there, and we need to use discernment of who those shills are. We know who they are. This is no joke. Again, this is happening right now. There's house cleaning happening, right? This is life, freedom, together. We the people. Where we go one, we go all. Time to move on from that stuff. Dark to light. Attacks will only get worse, and they are getting worse, guys. If you've noticed, I've noticed this. Shady, have you noticed?
Well, I've noticed a ramp up on everything that is pro-Trump. Look at what Romney was doing. Romney came out and literally goes after the sitting president yesterday. What is that?
Yeah, absolutely. And, Romney, oh my God, that's another bloodline for another day, right?
Also his, I think it's his sister or some relative is the chair of the RNC.
Absolutely. And, attacks are only going to get worse. The problem is that truth is freedom. And this is a Q post. Truth is logic. We need to stay the course. And that's from Q. I'm just trying to point you out some things. And I want to kind of show you this. Let's see if this works here. We got this awesome thing. Ready? Here we go. Liar, liar.
I talk to Q and A.
So there you have it. That was a really good remix, and it really caught a lot of the mannerisms. If you know anything about body language and stuff, though, that he was lying right to your face, guys. And our friend little Jerome Corsi was there. This is control and divide. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to control and divide us. And even people that we may know, that we talk to every day, maybe in our Twitters and our Discords and everything, maybe on purpose or not, but people are trying to control and divide. So control and divide. Think Mueller. And this is very important because, in this thread, I show that Corsi was in court today. Think Mueller. Who is testifying before Mueller tomorrow? Forensic data analysis on phones and or computers. This is not Guccifer 2.0. What happens if Mueller proves Free Speech Systems, LLC, aka InfoWars, is linked to a foreign intel agency or other non-domestic entity? What if... Do you see this? Corsi is in front of Mueller, right? This is happening, guys. How can the left use that information to divide and censor the right? Why are affiliates of InfoWars constantly attacking Q? Who is pulling the strings? Killbox to Free Speech Systems, LLC. Go ahead, Shady.
And also with specifically, he's Roger Stone is saying that Jerome Corsi is lying to cover his own butt about the WikiLeaks stuff. So it's coming from every angle.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's coming from every angle, and I'm showing you right now how Q is talking about who are the patriots, and it's these guys. And by the way, Corsi is in court today, but not in the news today. I did a search earlier today, and the last Corsi thing is December 27th. But since I'm blocked, I had to get somebody to go get his tweet for me. We have arrived at District Court in D.C. for a 3 p.m. Eastern hearing before Judge Leon today in our case versus Corsi versus Mueller. Okay, and this is again, so now we got a Q post with Corsi and he's in court, and here we are talking about what if Mueller can prove Corsi a shill. Do you understand, guys, how big this is? Again, this is Jerome Corsi, who quoted somebody about following the picture. He's there. The free speech system is in, a big, there's one front company, and then there's another big area where they're in as well, and it's a big Mossad-run area. It used to be an old mall. Then you've got Jerome Corsi standing there with people that are Mossad. We know. Anons know. We know, okay? Moving on, so we got, Q talking about Twitter, clowns, and, we know that clowns, Anons know that clowns are the CIA, right? So the clowns. False drops, bot push. We got bots commenting on my threads, and the way to find them is that they got like 50 followers, 300 followers, 4 followers, and they're like, "Oh, I'm done with Q." These are bots, guys. That we are being subdued by the Twitter numbers and everything. Look, this bot push, the future conspiracy push to norms. They want us to push this conspiracy to normies. Bad mixed with good, taint. They are scared. These guys are scared. And here's basically the fake Q. This was a CIA op trying to be Q right here on Q post 10:12, but this was a post 10:13 where Q followed up. So the fake Q said, "Our thoughts and prayers are with the 4 U.S. Marines from the 3rd Military Aircraft Wing who lost their lives yesterday in Southern California helicopter crash. We pray for their families who are great at USMC. Their sacrifice will never be forgotten." So this was a fake Q. And, if you've been on the boards, you've known about the fake Qs. And I'm just going to play a little bit of this, guys.
genommen und stößt auf Stahnsdorf vor. Der Feind operiert jetzt am nördlichen Stadtrand zwischen Frohnau und Pankow, und im Osten ist der Feind bis zur Linie Lichtenberg-Marsdorf-Karlshorst gelangt.
Mit dem Angriff Steiners wird das alles in Ordnung kommen.
Talking about the plane fags. And then Q1, 2, 3. This is amazing, man. Now
this is a good one.
Steiner konnte nicht genügend Kräfte für einen Angriff massieren.
Fake Q is not working as well as we expected. They made memes exposing us.
Es bleiben im Raum Keitel, Jode, Krebs und Butter.
All right, so I just wanted to play a little bit of that. He's talking about fake Q 1, 2, and 3. But basically, the Anons made this because we were basically being shilled by fake Qs. And we had to learn that the trip codes, they would put their usernames in bold. So, if you don't see it come, Q post come on the aggregator site, it's not Q because there's trip codes that they use. So that's for people to, understand that. Just so we know that we've been attacked on the boards. Consistently. So basically, my point here is: are the clowns in America on the Chan boards? Perhaps telling us what to think, like what to think, and let's see what Q says real quick. This is an amazing Q post. It's Q post 128, and basically, what I want you to focus on are the kill boxes and the parentheses. It says CIA is here. Pray. And then in parentheses it says sinful one. So CIA, sinful one, is here. Pray. All right. The CIA, they are in fact on the Chan boards. Q has told us this. Shady, you want to interject or talk about that?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm hoping everybody can hear okay. I know the volume's a little low, and we apologize for that. But the reality is understanding this structure as a whole, as a country. Yes, there's shills on the Chan boards, but there are also shills working at McDonald's. Believe it or not, they're working in the Home Depot. These people are trained and they're everywhere, and a lot of them are in our government, and so. Seeing this reflection in the way they attack us and the way they pretend that we are presenting information, it's very confusing for quote unquote normal minded people to wrap their head around and grasp what this means.
Awesome, and your sound is perfect now, Shady. I got you fixed. So thank you, Patriots out there, for letting us know. Thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody. Now, somebody asked, define shill. Well, a shill is somebody that goes in and pretends to be Q and tries to slide the board with misinformation. Okay, it's somebody that is not digging with us. It's somebody that's trying to stop us from digging, and they're all over. And they could be healthcare providers. They could be people that work for the government. They could be anybody, guys. They could be housewives. They could be, anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. There's people out there that are doing this, I don't know, for whatever reason. So I was like going through these Q posts. I was in my zone today and I saw this Q post, we define echo chamber, right? We talked, this is the thread heading. Hey, Brad, good to see you out there, brother. Define echo chamber, a metaphorical description of a situation in which beliefs are amplified or reinforced by communication and reputation inside a closed system prior to new platforms, networks connecting people. Direct communication is critical. And what I want to show you about that post right there is direct communication is critical. And at the end, it says smile for the camera. Okay? Maybe that's talking about citizen journalists that are on YouTube
It is.
going over Q posts, right? And stuff like that.
And watching everything as it happens. I mean, like, for example, this whole thing that went down at the Bush funeral, we were watching them all. They all got, we saw it all happen.
Yeah, and at Soulby says, what is an echo chamber? The MSM? LOL. Yes, it's the MSM because they're echo chambering, but they've got us in an echo chamber. Do you understand? Like go ahead.
Maybe I could interject a little bit here if everyone's copying me out there. 5-5. I hope it's coming in.
They do, Shady. Don't worry. Go ahead.
Okay. Right, but the echo chamber would be defined as this, in my opinion: the Alex Jones type people, or the split middle Corsi people. What they're doing is they're providing a buffer zone. So imagine like the mainstream media news, okay, well, they're over here. And then you've got these people in the middle. And then you've got conspiracy people, quote unquote, we're conspiracy analysts, as Lionel says, or the conspiratorium out here. And so we try to penetrate their message. And these guys are catching the message like a net and twisting it and turning it into something that it's not and spitting it out under the side in the mainstream media. Therefore, the mainstream media can point at Alex Jones and say, hey, look at this idiot over here saying all this dumb stuff that doesn't make any sense to anyone. And then you're turning light bulbs off in other people who are looking for real information. So you keep those people there. And then Alex Jones stands there, and we all kind of pay attention to Alex Jones as conspiracy people, or some people do anyway. And that creates this veil for us. And so you think, oh, well, Alex Jones is seeing it. He's getting your message out there. But really, he's taking it and grinding it up through his meat grinder and making it something else and spitting it out the other side and presenting it to the mainstream like that's what we think.
Right. And Kathleen Haynes says War Drummer scammed Anons. How? Did I have to give him money? Did you have to give him money? How did he scam anybody? If somebody wants to donate to War Drummer, they can, and you can't tell him no. And as long as he's not usurping Q, he's fine, man. All right, so I'm just trying to let people know. So this is Q Post 1366, and it says, I don't think it would be fair to say that a journalist can't make money when covering Q, but that's the difference. A journalist covering Q isn't necessarily usurping Q. The patriots in question were trying to usurp Q. Do you guys get it? Get it? All right, this video explains what happened very well, and it certainly cleared my head about it. And this video was basically with our friend Jordan Sather, how InfoWars was trying to basically get over on him, right?
And push his agenda on him.
And push their agenda on him, exactly.
Which is what we're trying to present here. The idea of what is something that someone's trying to repackage, rebrand. It's not that. What we're attempting to do has nothing to do with rebranding anything. We are continuing to bring what it is that's being presented to us and decipher it how it looks like we're all deciphering it as a group.
That's right. So they had Jordan Sather.
To a sister site that's not affiliated with 4chan. It's called 8chan. But anyway, these posts are still being made on this 8chan by this Q person. And when you look at these pieces that are laid, these questions that are asked, we don't know. None of it is confirmed. It's all alleged and supposed. But it's very interesting how this all intertwines, and a lot of these questions almost verify things that have been called fake news or have been called quote conspiracy theory for years. And the way these posts point to this big picture of a behind the scenes civil war almost between different intel agencies and between an alliance per se fighting the deep state. It's quite amazing when you really look at it.
One of the more recent revelations I understand that actually panned out was a reference to what happened in Saudi Arabia. Can you give us a little bit into
Here they are.
A little insight into that? Because I think that's one of the more
look at the way they're questioning.
Posts that came out ahead of events.
They're in suits and ties, and Jordan's doing a great job. So I would encourage everybody to watch this video, guys, because it basically shows you what they did to try to usurp Q. Now, Jordan is a patriot. Praying Medic is a patriot. Q is even pointed to him. I mean, you guys got to realize that, this is not a game. We're going to keep going because, Q has asked us to be loud, to be proud, and be heard. How can we do this if we can't buy a t-shirt, a sticker? Let me tell you guys, nobody's getting freaking rich on a t-shirt. Go buy a t-shirt today. Go buy a sticker. Go show that we are the Q movement. Who do you think would want us not to talk about the Q movement? Who do you think that would not want us to grow? What three-letter agencies would that be, do you think?
I mean, that's the point. I'm afraid some people just aren't quite understanding is how do we penetrate this? How do we bring this to the next level? That's the only way that we can do it is we can show that there exists this pop culture under the surface that no one is really paying attention to, except for all you smart hands out there, that is bringing information and interjecting that information. And the Q phenomena mainly was to dissolve that middle ground. And we've gotten that middle ground pretty well dissolved. Not very many people that are talking to me are following those people anymore. And all of us who are bringing the citizen journalist thing to life together, that are producing our own content and producing our futures, really, to all say, hey, this is not going to work. The mainstream is not going to work anymore. We have to put something in its place. We have to have some media format for all of us to reinvent, and we want to reinvent it all at the same time. And we're going to reinvent it without all these people. And their platforms are going away. And that is why you're seeing them struggle. And even I saw someone there saying a minute ago that Jones was going against Q again today. So it doesn't surprise me. And I expect that, as they get more bold, we are, and you guys out there, people that are, have 50 people in their Twitter feed saying, oh, I've given up on Q. I mean, we're taking apart a 10,000-year-old cabal that has been literally ransacking this whole realm for quite some time. 2 years, my patience is way better than that. And true anons, I believe, are on our page with this.
That's right, but don't buy a shirt, Shady. You might get chastised by people that don't think that that's a good thing. And I want to tell you this. If I went to Donald Trump when he was on The Apprentice and I said, hey, Mr. Trump, I've got a great business deal. I'm going to sit around and research this person, and I'm going to do Twitter threads on this person for absolutely free. You know what he would do? Well, Shady, what do you think? What do you think? If I was on The Apprentice and I brought that business idea to real Donald Trump, what do you think he would say to me?
You're fired.
Yeah, I think so, guys. So, we need to play loud, be proud, wear your shirts, get out there and get one. I'm not selling them, but I want you to get one because they start conversations. That's right, Jay Vega. You're fired, right? We need to fight for what is right. We need to fight for freedom. They will not win. Divide, they try. Fail, they will. Together, where we go one, we go all. Q+. Listen to that. That is somebody that would fire me for saying, hey, you want to be a citizen journalist, just do it for free. You can't get paid. And I'm not saying I want to get paid. We are going to build a platform, and we're going to get to that about fighting these echo chambers. Okay, hang on for a second with me on that, and we'll get to that. Twitter has been given the green light to blanket censor all of our content deemed to threaten their survival. Google and Facebook will follow, and we see it right now. This is from September 29th, and we see it right now. We've got comms blackout attempt. They tried to do it on POTUS Twitter. They know if they lose, it's over. It's time to fight. The time to fight is now. This is good versus evil. Humanity is at stake. Drop the memes. Silent majority no more. But you can't buy a Q shirt, right? Do you see where this is going, guys? You see logic. Let's start thinking logically. Buy the darn Q shirt. And you know what? This is it. We're the silent majority no more. Be loud. You have a voice. Are you registered? Vote them all out. Prepare. Red October. We stand together. And these are another one. Fight, fight, fight. Demand public disclosure. Be loud. Be heard. This is just the beginning. 2018 will be glorious. Now people are going to say, hey, it's 2019. Is 2018 glorious? I say stay tuned.
Well, it was glorious if you were paying attention. For me, it was absolutely glorious, man. I've been on this rabbit trail for a long time, brother. Since the early '90s, and the idea that we as a country came together the way that we did over the past year. You can take out all the cynics, you can take out all the naysayers, you can take out all the shills, you can take out all the fake media. All of that, take all of that away from the conversation. Don't even consider it. Just consider the idea that you're plugged in, and we're sitting here right now with 1,300 plus patriots talking about what really matters, which is the future. And the future is a media source that can be trusted and a way to communicate with one another that is not like, okay, just look at the example of what your president has brought to you with Twitter. Use Twitter. Do you think he would be in the position of power that he is in right now without Twitter, without being able to communicate with all of us the way he has? I mean, look at the, you guys that are digging in deep with Serial Brain and stuff, seeing the gematria. This is not happenstance. You've seen him capitalize these letters and start to read the messages that have been coming out. You guys have got to recognize that we're talking 50 years of planning into this project to literally come culminating knowing what they were going to try to do, and then to counter them, and then to launch this operation against them. And to be a year into the operation, there has to be time figured in for mistakes and for delays. You have to see this plan in a much bigger picture. And I think some people have gotten a little bit tunnel vision. And I want to encourage everyone out there that to go back and to start looking at this stuff more in depth. You have more than you know. It cannot be more clear.
You absolutely have more than you know. And, instead of, what I've been doing, instead of waiting for new Q to post, I just go back to try to reread the crumbs so I can help paint the picture, so we can keep digging, because we're all in this together. And I do have a Discord channel. I belong to Patriots United. I belong to L9. I belong to Conspiracy Fact. I belong to Q Europe. I belong to many, many Discord servers, because we need to be united. We need to talk to each other. We need to, run ideas by each other. We need to stand up to this. We're not gonna, if we're just gonna sit back and wait and not get the word out, guys, we're in trouble. We need to help Q. We need to help POTUS, and we need to help the Anons. The Anons have done some amazing research, and it's just sitting there in a echo chamber. Okay, you, me, and everybody here are all talking about it, but you know what? We're not talking about it to anybody else. And War Drummer, I was on his show again with 250,000 views on the pay sewer stuff, and guess what? That elevated us out of this echo chamber, so we can start becoming a little more understanding of our normal friends that we need to reach, and we did reach them. I'm getting so many positive messages. I've got maybe 10 people that are mad at me right now because I'm trying to develop with Shady a platform for you. Remember, In the Matrix is not me. I am not In the Matrix. In the Matrix is you. It's everything that we've been researching. It's we the people. We the people. I am Xena. Thank you. I found you because of War Drummer. Let's say hello to everybody real quick. Shady, who do we got out there? Does anybody have a quick question before I move on a little bit? Because we're here for you guys. We're here for you. We're here to make sure that we can, bring you more information.
Williams, I'm watching out there, and there's so much support. Everyone is
412. There he is.
I just saw 412 out there, and the support.
Let me just say, 412 Anon. I've been on his show many times, and my apologies. Oh my gosh. We the People Insider. We the People Insider on YouTube, man. Go check out 412 Anon. He's got some good stuff, some great diggers on there, and I may know somebody that was on his show too. 412, thanks for stopping by, man. Go ahead, Shady.
Yeah, and that was I was just reiterating your point there, that that the response that I've been getting has been tremendous, very, very supportive, and people have to recognize that what we're attempting to do is, with this platform, is to focus on you, focus on the Anons, the Patriots, the new media reality, and have a platform where we can come together and you can share, whether it's music or poetry or whatever it is that inspires you, like working through this system to become, interested in each other. You have to recognize that Facebook and Twitter and all these things that you think are social media. Look at that word, social media. What is that? That isn't really functioning for you. If you pay attention to it and you recognize what it is you're wanting out of your daily life, especially you're not getting what you need out of that, because it's censoring everything on such a narrow margin. We're trying to have a larger conversation, and we're trying to create an environment for a larger conversation. And that is, the path that we're on. And I definitely feel like we had we put a lot of effort into leading up to this and making sure that we were both on this page before we start to move forward. But it wouldn't be possible if I didn't have such belief and love for all the creative people who've been suppressed by this system. You got to recognize the system has been creating or repressing creativity in us. It doesn't want us to think things are funny. It doesn't want us to be non-political.
No.
It doesn't want us to be out, make fun of each other. I was young. We used to make fun of each other. We were all funny. We were all stupid. We were all stereotyped. It was funny. It was fun. Look at all of the shows that used to be on. Now, where do you find fun? Where do you find actual solutions to anything in your reality? That is what the vision kind of is in maybe a summed up nutshell.
Yeah, and we are the Q Army. We with Jody Iceman James on Twitter, Jody Iceman James on Twitter. If a mod wants to go ahead and drop that, this guy is stellar with his graphics. He designed the Q Army logo. I said, oh my God, this is what I've been waiting for. Q said, build an army. Let's build an army. So we're building an army. Could you imagine if we build this army and have more? We're hitting these guys below the belt. We're poking them right in the all-seeing eye, guys. This is not a game.
Well, yeah, we're poking them in the Fed. That's where we're poking them. That's the message that no one will touch. That's the difference. Your mainstream media reality is this: they get paid a tremendous amount of money to hide things from you. Think about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do they get paid so much? Whether it's Hannity or whoever, they're being paid to not say things.
Right. That's why we have editors. That's why we need to step up. And, we as patriots, we're talking Praying Medic, Neon Revolt, Jordan Sather, Cordicon, 412 Anon with We the People Insider, even Patriots Soapbox guys. 412 is still on the soapbox. I believe it does Freedom Rings. Go in and call in. It's an amazing show. Just support our Patriots, guys. We're trying to get the word out, and we're doing that. And just imagine if we were more focused and more united. And that's what we're trying to do.
Be inspired to become creators and what do you got sitting in the box over there? You've got those songs that you didn't think you could ever do anything with, or you have this youthful potential of stuff that you really used to love, but you side geared over here. Doesn't matter how old you are, Anons, does not matter. And I can't press that enough. We can turn this around in a short amount of time once we expose all of the poisons that are coming into our system, not just in your media, but in your food, in your pharmaceuticals, in your system, in the drugs that they're putting on TV. We are in a cloud. And you guys are all going to form the foundation upon which we deliver this info in the future.
That's right. We got so many people that we haven't said. I see somebody said Lisa Mae Crowley, man. So yeah, that's another one that I forgot. I'm going to forget people, and I'm going to try to get them all. So we've got a lot going on. So here's this one, Q Post 2401. If we aren't a threat or real, or simply just a conspiracy theory, why the constant heavy attacks? Information warfare. IW. Destroy the controlled narrative. And a 24/7 Patriot, flip it red. I've got my question the narrative Q patch for Christmas. Thank you. Power belongs with the people. Do you understand that? The power belongs with the people, not with Jacket Twitter. Not with Zuckerberg, with Facebook, with us, guys. And this is the power belongs with the people. Where we go one, we go all. Here's our General Flynn right now talking to us, the Q Army. And we have. Oh my gosh, whoops. Sorry guys, hang on one sec. This is live. We'll do it live. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm way down. Hang on. Wow. This is wild. Hang on. Here we go.
And we have an army, okay, as a soldier and as a general, as a retired general. We have an army of digital soldiers. What we are now, what I call them, because this was an insurgency, folks. This was run like an insurgency. This was irregular warfare at its finest in politics. And that story will will continue to be told here, but we have what we call citizen journalists. Okay? Because the journalists that we have in our media
Who get paid?
did a disservice to themselves, actually more than they did to this country. They did a disservice to themselves because they displayed an arrogance that is unprecedented. And so the American people decided to take over the idea of information. They took over the idea of information, and they did it through social media.
Do you guys understand that? We are the Q Army, guys. You, me, everybody in this chat room right now. In fact, are we worldwide? Let's see, where's everybody from right now? I'm from Florida. Let's go. What do we got, guys?
We are worldwide, Matrix.
We're worldwide. We got all of our Major Blue 777 Digital Soldier here reporting for duty. God bless you. Sassy Classy. Yes, we are digital soldiers. Look at all the Floridians. Nevada, Texas, Oregon. Wow. Look at that. Oathkeeper. Hey, buddy. Look at this.
San Diego, Massachusetts, Ohio.
Maine. Look at Maine there. Illinois. Netherlands. That's good. Seattle, PA. New York City in the house. Look at this. Thank you, guys. Glasgow. There we are. See, we are worldwide. And I know there might be a Prof Q there from Australia, I think. So look at this. I know a Sven from Germany, Ohio, Netherlands again. West Palm Beach, Florida in the house. There was one. There's another Floridian. Another Floridian. Aussie. There's another Aussie. We thank you guys all, man. Okie from Illinois. So, okay, we got an Okie from Illinois. Got it. Germany. There's another one. Kissimmee, Yorktown, Virginia. All right, so I just want to show you the vastness of who we all are and where we all are, guys. This is amazing. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. So, moving on. We've got that from General Flynn. You know, so when and if that echo chamber goes away, we're going to be ready. You know, we're not here to usurp anything. We're here to bring your information, your talents, your passion, your want for freedom, my want for freedom. And here's what I like to say too, is I like to say this. My goal is to end the Fed, man. That's been my whole thing, the bloodlines. You know, I've known this for a long time, and PaySur was a new thing for me, new dig. So I'm even more red-pilled than I was before. You guys have, press 1 if you guys have seen the PaySur dig. I hope you guys have. But we'll be ready. And the goal is to, if these echo chambers go away, let's say that Twitter goes away. Let's say that Facebook goes away. Let's say that everything goes away in the social media realm that we're in. We saw Gab have an issue. Look at all the ones. Thank you, guys. Don't forget the Trust the Plan thread, guys. That's basically the PaySur thread part 2. But so the power belongs with the people. We need to destroy the controlled narrative. And we've got a website called inthematrixx.com. And here it is right here. Let me see if I can pull it up. There it is right there. There's inthematrixx.com. Welcome, Q Army. If you guys haven't been here yet, please continue to check it out. It does load with the video, and there's, a couple things here. It also has our Twitter threads on it right now, which is really cool. Here's the live stream. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that tweeted. That's pretty cool. Also, I'm learning stuff right now, and we're gonna. This is just a placeholder. It's gonna get a lot better. We've got a contact form. If you guys have ideas, please get in touch. If you want to, we're going to try to put the live shows on this inthematrixx.com/live-shows. Okay, and this is where we are right now, so you can come here. We're going to get we're going to get the Q posts on here, and what I'd like to do is get the Q posts with the POTUS tweets and with my threads. Since I've been doing threads since February, let's match them up. Let's put that up. So let's bring more content. Shady, go ahead. I know you want.
Yeah.
I want to say
well,
something.
maybe one thing I could add for just for a second. We're working with all this information, and especially with your Twitter on each day, and as all these Q posts have come out, the compilation of these threads. You guys aren't passing them around on Twitter. I mean, you guys aren't out there passing around the threads that we did in August. You're not passing around the threads we did in April. You're not passing around the threads we did in December. That stuff just sits there. So we type this stuff in a thread and it gets buried down in the bottoms of our threads. Well, okay, yeah, the information grabs and it gets out there and we get X amount of penetration, but Twitter doesn't let it go any further. Those tweets go completely dead. So they're literally no more notifications or retweets on that information. It's just sitting there. So with this place, we can bring a place where we can say, okay, well, look, this is our thread reader from right here. You can go to here, look at this, maybe eventually have each of our threads posted, or each of his, especially because his are a documentary of each day Q posted for the last year, guys. An amazing repository for information to show your friends. Like, yeah, North Korea, Kim Jong-il. Did you guys see Kim Jong-un yesterday sitting in an office? Do you know the gravity of that? Mainstream media just completely ignores it. But the man is not in military uniform and he's sitting in an office and he's talking about his economy with the world. Think about that. In 1 year, you've gone from a man who was portrayed in the media as lopping nuclear bombs right in on LA to a guy sitting in a suit saying he wants to move forward in a peaceful way with his country. What changed? Look at that. That is your 5-5. That is your communication. I understand that we're all like you're walking around with people who are hypnotized. We get that and we understand that. But the truth of the matter is our world is changing and we are changing it. And I want you guys all to get that message from me, that I recognize and see the value in all of you. And you've got to recognize your own value, and you have to trust your eyes. You have been taught and you've been hypnotized to not trust your lying eyes. Well, we're going to trust those eyes now. We're going to recognize what it is we see when the president tweets to us, and recognize what we see on the world stage. That's what they want us to pay attention to. Not like, oh my goodness, what's specifically going on with the tribunals behind the scenes that we can't see. If it's currently behind the scenes and you're not being allowed to see it, we're not being given any clues to it, well, guess what? Somebody somewhere has decided it's not time for you to know that, or that could compromise an operation for you to know that. Think logically. Think like you're part of the strategy, not like you're the consumer of the entertainment.
Very well said, Shady. And this is, I see Blue Eyes here. Hi, Blue Eyes. We've got JT Wild. JT Wild, I basically debuted his song, Where We Go One, We Go All, on my channel. And he basically uploaded it to YouTube. And if you get a chance, go get his song. I think it's on the other side too, like on what is it called? The whatever the other phone
iTunes?
is. iTunes, and the other one, whatever it is. Go support our Patriots, man. He was just in a big accident, and he needs our help. Patriots get hurt, and we need to help our Patriots. He doesn't have insurance. He doesn't have all that stuff. So if you get a chance, support him. Anyways, I wanted to also show what's happening right now. Jordan Sather, Shady, has supported us. We are citizen journalists. That's what we want to do. Not that we are putting our neck on the lines, but we're doing it for you guys, man. We want to bring a platform for you guys. So even Praying Medic is supporting Jordan Sather as well. He actually is supporting us too. So guys, Praying Medic. I mean,
I can't. It's hard for me to even express how I feel about the way that I can see us gathering. Like, it's gathering. We're not really. It's not like we're on the ride. We're working together, and it's kind of happening without effort. And a lot of times, those are the most beautiful things you ever find, man.
Yeah, it is. And I have so much respect for Praying Medic. He's wonderful. He's I've been watching him for a long time, and thank you, Jordan Sather, Praying Medic. I really appreciate it. And Corticon too, man. That guy is amazing. He's like a brother from another anon to me too. He's an amazing guy. Support Corticon. Go out and see who's out there. I really had to pray about this, Shady. I really had to pray about this. This was a tough decision, and look, we're gonna build a platform. Somebody asked, like, how can we do get people together? We're gonna try to make that happen too, like a social network. where we go one, we go all, guys. And with that, I'd really like to pretty much end with this one right here. Let me just double check something. Let me check my OBS. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, so ready? Here we go.
Because we have it all, and the fate is in our hands. Had a reason to fool us, but we didn't take the bait. They want to take us to hell, but we got guns at the gate. Where we go one, we go all. I won't push you down. You
won't let me fall. Come on, sing it, everybody. Where we go one. Come on.
Call it a conspiracy. It's the one last lie. We know who they are, and we got them in our sights. Our knowledge is power. They're running for the hills. If the law don't get them, then we the people will. Where we go one, we go all. I won't
Matrix.
down. You won't let me fall. One day for sure we will stand tall. Where we go one. We go all, I won't push you down, you won't let me fall. One day for sure we will stand tall. Where we go one, we go all.
Wow, guys. I mean, I am just so honored to be part of this movement. That video on my Twitter, I'll retweet it again tonight. That's got over 120,000 views. This one on YouTube has 34,000 views. Thank you, JT, for that song. We got Blue Eyes in here, too. If I had more time, I would definitely play that as well for you. But I think we're basically going to, roll out of here, Shady. Do you have any last words before we end this podcast? And I think we might be doing the Q Lounge Live. Do you want to let everybody know about that?
Well, I would like to just say thanks so much for everybody coming and joining us here to kind of get a little bit of a preview of what we're headed for. The concept is all inclusive, so we are looking for content. We're looking for to be bringing roundtable conversations between some of the folks that Matrix mentioned, Jordan, Praying Medic, 412, and on all these great creators. We're gathering now and forming a consensus to where we're going to start aggregating the news between us and what we bet and what citizen journalists agree on, and bringing that information out from all areas to everybody. And I don't know how you got me in here on the other side of this, Mike, but I appreciate you having me in here. And for everybody out there that hasn't maybe found me on Truth for Freedom, I'm at the Q Lounge Live on the Truth for Freedom, which possibly in the very near future will be moving to this channel as we build it up and restreaming on Periscope and other platforms as well. So we're working behind the scenes to get this stuff set up to bring to you guys and to create and gather a broader audience. And so I really appreciate your message of how you're pointing this to get out there and support Q people and people that are making merchandise. And how are you going to strike up a conversation in the frozen aisle at your grocery store without your Q shirt?
Be loud, be proud, and be heard. How can you not be heard unless you're outfitted correctly? I dropped the link for JT's song. Please go support him. I want to thank Magni Fieri, QAnon76, Joe M, Lisa Mae Crowley, Praying Medic, Neon Revolt, Jordan Sather, Corticon, Shady Groove, 412 Anon, Space Shot. Man, there's so many people to thank out here. The mods, thank you guys. Thank you so much. You know what? I don't have let me just see real quick. Oh my gosh, I don't have an outro song, Shady. I've got to fix that. Hang on one second. Let me get something here going for you guys.
You can replay your intro song. They'll love it.
No, I don't want my intro song again. No, man, I want something a little bit better because we all are here together and we're on this journey together. And you know what? I'm gonna leave you guys with Abby Cook with "We've Awakened."
Oh, beautiful! Thanks everyone for joining us.
We have awakened, we've seen the light, we put up a struggle.
Love you, Patriots. Love you, Abby. Much love. Much love, everybody. Oh, iPod, man. I forgot iPod, too. Let's do this. We've awakened. Yeah. Thank you, Patriots. You're not alone. Much love, Patriots. 11-11.